first of all, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone your name, location, and the name of your studio.
I'm Jen Carmichael. I run R&B Boudoir. My website is randbphotography.org, and you can find me in Indianapolis and Lafayette.
Where was your business? Think back to where your business was before you did Boudoir Marketing Camp.
Before I did the marketing camp, I was still doing family and births, newborns, weddings occasionally, and I was doing about 30% boudoir. When I started doing boudoir, though, I really fell in love with it. So when I was able to make the switch fully to boudoir, my life has been so much happier. Everything runs much smoother, and I don't dread going to the studio.
Tell me, what were some of your hesitations before signing up for Boudoir Marketing Camp?
I was just more worried about the cost of it, to know if the amount of money to put into it was going to give me the return that I needed.
So how were those hesitations eased once you started taking the camp? Like, when did you kind of think, okay, this was maybe worth the investment?
It was pretty early on. There were just ideas that I never even thought of. I'd never even heard of them before. So, I mean, just within, I want to say the first week of taking the marketing class, I realized that there were things that I could put into action as soon as possible. And I did put them into action very, very early.
What do you think were maybe some of your aha moments in the camp?
I really liked where you talked about having partnerships with people. December, I went and I literally had just had a baby. I mean, like 6 days after having a baby, I went to a spa and showed them some of my work, and got a partnership with one of the local spas. And that's where things kind of started heading in the right direction, where more than just my word of mouth and my customers' word of mouth, but I had businesses and stuff that were then helping promote me, and vice versa.
What would you say to a friend considering?
I would say that really, if you're trying to decide to take it or to not take it, you can't really lose by taking it. There's so much information and there's so much help. Like, I remember taking the course, going onto the online forums, and like you directly typing to me and thinking, oh my gosh, you're really typing to me. I didn't expect you to actually be the person that would help me. There were so many also like bonus videos that came with it that really helped. There were tons of worksheets, there were scripts that basically laid out exactly what you need to say if you have no idea what to say. Like, when I went into that spa and when I wrote the initial kind of correspondence to them, I literally had no idea what I would say to them. But looking at the scripts that you provided and looking at some of the worksheets, I felt a lot more confident. And I didn't feel like I was stumbling or that I was nervous, because I had already seen what I needed to say and how it worked, and it made everything just so much easier.
I guess before we leave, I just wanted to ask you again if there's anything else you'd like to share with anyone considering the camp, if they're on the line thinking, I don't know if this is for me, or I don't know if this is worth it. Any other last words for them?
You can't lose with this. This is going to give you all of your strategies. It's going to give you so much information to push you from doing it part-time to be able to make it a career. Started just at like a very small percentage boudoir. I made a very small amount of money even when I was just doing families, babies, newborns, etc. The second year, when I kind of just was in the beginning of your camp, I doubled my income from the previous year. Yay. My last tax last year doubled it again. So basically, I went fourfold from before even seeing your camp to seeing and working on your camp now.